Really, you got an ad that's like crazy unfortunate time because they just ended. So you got like the tail end of the ads. Oh, okay, huge. Okay, so you only got one. It didn't force you to have like a full 3 minutes of ads. Hello, Bear. Hello, Cat. Hope you guys are doing well. Army mateys. Our army weenies, welcome back. That's bad. When are you starting at the early streams? Probably not. Yeah, I'm not. I didn't talk about this. I only talked about it once on stream. Uh, Classes are hard, and I'm probably not going to get the opportunity to do that because my classes get out at either about 5:10 or 5:30, and it takes me about maybe 10 minutes to bike back from campus to my apartment. So at worst, I'm getting back at 5:50, and then I have to make dinner. Um, and then just like relax because I operate with the school mindset of like a minimum of 8 hours a day, right? Just doing school or like work day. Like I start at 7 and I'm done at like 5ish, which isn't 8 hours. I'm done until I eat dinner. And so then I want like a break, so I'll like chill out after dinner a bit. But today, I've been using that chill out time to work on my the lesson videos, which is calming. I'm actually not stressing too much about that. Last night though, and this will be a big I guys, in our absence, by the way, welcome back everybody. In our absence, 1 day absence, I have quite a few talking points about reward systems and doing hard things, and a weird dream that I had. I won't go through the details of the dream because I'm not going to do that to you guys. The unspoken rule, don't force people to listen to your weird dreams. But we're going to talk about it. It's going to be fun. And if you don't think it's going to be fun, leave. Tell us your dream. No. But I will start the stream. Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing well. It's current. it's it's 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Yeah. Without any further ado, let's get over here and start. Yeah, I am okay. I have a bit of a headache, which has been a dangerously recent trend. I think it's just hot, and like, despite how much water I drink, yeah. But yeah, so that's why you coughed. I actually coughed because I drank water a little bit before this. That's definitely why. But yeah, so dream. We'll start off with the dream. I had a dream last night, and effectively what the dream was, and to get a bit of viewer participation in here. You guys ever get vibe in the truest sense of the word, vibes from your dreams? And I'll give an example. Is a lot of the time when I have bad dreams or nightmares, if I wake up before the scare of a big nightmare, I usually wake up, I'm like, I had or like even in the dream when, that little portion where you gain like consciousness, I guess, awareness, I guess I should say, right before you wake up, I'm like, there's a nightmare vibe to this. Like, I've come to recognize the feeling of a nightmare with certain dreams. Same things, a certain feeling of like good dreams, or, and I hate to use the word because it's so overplayed, but liminal dreams. And I get a lot of liminal-esque dreams in college. It's I've actually told one of these dreams before on stream. If you guys remember the story of the dream where My roommate and I were like exploring like an infinitely vast hotel, and we're in an elevator, and my roommate like FNAF jump scares a girl playing a banjo through the window in my dream. Um, this was one of those. I tell the dream strangers to wake me up. Interesting. When I was younger, and I like, this was really young, and it was weirdly frequent. Whenever I'd have nightmares, I'd close my eyes in the dream and like count down to wake up. Anyways, last night's dream was another one of those liminal ones. These are always me either exploring like vast structures or dilapidated places, or it has a sense of monumentality. It's very large, incomprehensible, etc. From time to time, yeah. And it's usually near like the more lucid state when I'm like about to wake up. I'm not sure how like when they poked me in the cheek, I woke up. Interesting. But last night's dream was important, and I in truth, like I really do think I get these kinds of dreams of these like vast, inescapable, incomprehensible structures when I'm in a high anxiety state. Because school can make you feel that way, right? You're trapped in a labyrinthian system where it's difficult to get out. It's difficult to comprehend things, to navigate. There's a feeling of uncertainty, all of those, right? And I think this is just a perfect manifestation of those ideas. And sorry, thinking about the box. Last night's effectively, I won't say the whole story because I barely remember much of it, but from what I do remember, it was a story of me like trying to find some secret, almost as if it were the Matrix, some secret calling. Like there were some secret messages rooted throughout society, and I was slowly piecing together these things to find like the ultimate truth. It a bit Matrixy, a bit like can you see the signs, secret organization type beat. But the dream concluded with me realizing I was just a pawn in that system. That like the secret society did exist, and I did end up with my goal realizing that. But in the process of me uncovering that like secret society, I was being used by them to fulfill some goal of theirs, which ultimately set me back. So like it was an ironic twist that at the end my goal of finding them was fulfilled, but I would never be able to contact them. Or like, take that step into like the different world if it were the hero's journey, right? Oh God. What the hell? Nope. I'm not even dealing with that. I'm not even gonna comprehend that. Oh, this is like messy. Ew. We're doing this one. But okay, so keep that in your heads. That was the moral of the dream. Now I'm going to talk about something else I realized. And this relates to me working in the lesson 4 video. Is I realized while working in the lesson 4 video, looking back at like my rhinoceros construction, for example, I had a sense of like, obviously it's not perfect, especially to like maybe what I could do today. I don't want to be like, oh, I could do so much better, but I feel like reasonably I can do a better job right now. But I had a sense of pride, and I was very happy that I completed this. It looks pretty decent. And I felt like as a person, I grew through that experience, and I can just, I can say, I made this. And I was like, I can't really say that about school that much. Not that I haven't done anything noteworthy in school or like worthy of celebration. I just don't feel rewarded. By school. And it sucks because Don't forget. Oh, thank you, Kat. I will do that. We'll do that during BRB. I'll make sure to do that. But yeah, this theme of not feeling rewarded by things, and it sucks. And especially today, I spend hours upon hours actually reading the material my professor assigns, which is weird because like I know for a fact a lot of people don't do that. And it's not that that makes the best students or whatever. I feel like you could skim the text and be completely fine. But today I did worse on a quiz than multiple other people despite me reading through the text. And I'm not going to be like, oh, that's an unfair quiz. I was just like, it feels like I'm not rewarded. And I'm not saying like, if you read the text, you're going to get 100. No, you have to comprehend it. Sometimes it is quite literally luck of the draw with exams. But for one reason or the other, and definitely not that I believe I'm owed 100, I did poorly. And even in the instances where I do do well in exams, I still don't feel rewarded. I just feel like I survived. So now we're going to take these two concepts and put them together of the dream of being like scorned, pursuing some objective just for you to not only be used, or like never find it, but to be used as a pawn in the process. And this notion of reward and that it's difficult to find meaning in doing things where you don't feel rewarded. Which is just, hey, I don't know what to make of these, but I think it's a pretty consistent trend. I feel rewarded when I make projects, coding projects, or art projects on my own. Because there's a lot of triage. And I can say it probably because I've done it of my own will and effort. But school's unique in the sense that I didn't really choose these things that I am doing. Like, sure, I chose to go to university in computer science, but I didn't choose for me to have this specific assignment. And in fact, some of my classes I never wanted to choose. It's just because it's on my degree plan. So maybe it's choice. The notion of freely being able to pick up a task that gives us this sense of reward. And I'm talking about rewards and all this because of art. How can we feel more rewarded about our art? Because I have sometimes drawn things I'm like, oh, well, that sucked. Like, I'm not happy now. And I've drawn plenty more things that are, man, I drew this. I feel great about it. Sure, it didn't come out the way I wanted, but I learned a lot, and I definitely had a lot of fun in the process. You feel rewarded or felt rewarded right now? Heck yeah. Could you say, or it's totally fine if you don't want to share, but could you mind sharing? I tried something that I was hesitant to doing, and it somehow worked. There you go. Heck yeah. And once again, you tried something. So maybe rewards are about maybe a little bit of uncertainty. I straight ahead animated the butterfly for the bear animation. Ooh, heck yeah. I don't know what straight ahead animated, but that sounds impressive. And heck yeah for the bear animation. I'm so hyped for that. Of course, don't feel a pressure to like release that if you don't feel like it. But I'm excited for you to continue working on it. Maybe reward has to do with expectation. I feel like that's the most like psychological approach, right? We build up dopamine, the good feelings for something to happen, and then we wait to cash it in, right? Or like, dopamine is the happy chemical that enables us to do things rather than the reward, right? So I guess it doesn't apply to my rhinoceros because when I look at my rhinoceros, I'm just happy and proud, not necessarily anticipating anything. Straight ahead is basically just drawing the new frame without planning the keys beforehand. I got you. Okay. So you just like had the little thing that was going across the screen beforehand and you're like, boom, 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 boom. Or sorry, rhinoceros beetle. Yo, what's up, James? Welcome, welcome. Hope you've had a good day so far. And if not, Let's do something that we love for an hour. No idea for the cat OC. Okay. Thinking about Animal Crossing. Ooh, okay. How Animal Crossing style are we talking? There's a fake fire? Fake fires in the sense that someone intentionally faked it, or just like fire drill went off, we don't know what caused it? Or did someone project a hologram of a fire into the school that was itself a fake fire? I'm voting for one of these options. Pulled a fire alarm bit. Bit is accurate, but just assigning the word bit to that is insane. I think so. I don't know what caused it. The hologram, let's go. No, okay. Fire alarms in like middle school and high school, you're like, yeah, we get to leave. Like, who cares? Fire alarms in college just are like, The only fire alarm we had last semester, my professor was like, okay, class is over. Like, we were only 5 minutes into lecture, and he's like, okay, I'm not doing this. Scared the heck out of you. Guys, I can't cuss. Don't make me cuss. Oh my gosh. My Christian drawing. YouTube. Yep. Trying a new playlist of calm game music. Hearts contend. But yeah, rewards and expectation. When you're uncertain about something, maybe you don't have any expectations. Maybe you have an expectation to fail. Or maybe that's just like an anxiety response, right? Your brain tries to comfort you and protect you with the situation of how will I handle failure. Regardless. All I know is I would much rather like to enjoy school and the process of school right now. But it is very boring. Because, like, it's weird. I enjoy these subjects on their own. I love philosophy, especially if it's applied to, like, internet stuff, which is really cool to me. I think world politics are pretty important. And I just enjoy learning about that or, like, engaging with it some of the time. I think malware is crazy interesting. And also UX. And, like, on its own, I would engage with a lot of these. But who knows? Oh, just trick shotted something. I'm crazy. Like into your trash can. That's my bet. Kobe. Heck yeah. My trash can's in an opportune location. Whenever I need to throw something away, I have to like roll around on my bed because I'm too lazy to get out of it and like put it underneath my table. Can you play relaxing Sonic music? I don't feel like it. Thank you for asking though. That sounded mean. I'm sorry. Can't be real. I'm not gonna take music requests every stream. Like, not trying to like, in the words of the titular bear mug, yuck your yum. But like at this point, I'm just content with the music on here. I took a 4-hour nap, just woke up. Stay awake, get active. Go give Bella some pets. Hibernation in a whole nother level. Like a tree. Whoa. Oh, sorry. I thought you were saying hibernate like a tree, not in response to Kat's message. I don't know why this came upon me, everybody, but oh my god, Don Don's awesome. If you want to feel good and have like an anime romance that isn't annoying, which I actually haven't watched an anime romance before, or like something intended to be romantic. Um, but like Don Don is just awesome. Animation, boom. Story, boom. Jokes, boom. Music, boom. You love Blue Lock now. I'm gonna be real, and I'm not trying to like hate on you guys. I watched like the first 5 episodes of Blue Lock and stopped watching it because that I wasn't liking the message. But maybe I need to reinvest. Animation for the first season though is pretty cool, or at least the art style. You think it was fun as a group? Oh, to watch. Did you all watch Blue Lock together? Okay, cool. Cause yeah, my main thing was like I keep saying I think. I'm looking up in chat to see if you said it anymore, but I don't see it. So don't worry, Bear. You're good. Sub or dub? Dub? Oh no. I don't know if the dub's good or not. Just I automatically resort to fear. But yeah, no, my whole gripe with Blue Lock, at least for the few episodes I saw, is like their solution to not being good enough, try harder, which is like not how it works. And like I don't like the use of the word ego like that. I adapted it was fine. But some of the voice acting was goofy. I don't sorry, my favorite like bad dub was part of the video game arc. I forget the name of it. Greed Island arc of Hunter x Hunter. Killua, watch out! It's so good. Which I don't understand like how Hunter x Hunter got a dub like that. But then again, like even Pokemon has bad dub moments, so or more so localization, but like it's scenes where it's this intense game of I think dodgeball. Um spoiler, sorry. I mean that's not really. And like characters keep almost getting hit. It's like gone to your left, and it's like supposed to be like high octane. Like watch out! No, you want to rewatch the How many episodes is that? I feel like it was a lot, but then again, my dad is okay. I hope my dad's not watching. I don't know a nice way of putting it. He's a hater. There we go. He's a hater because I remember we'd watch Pokemon every morning before we went to school. And one day, like he went up to me. I'm a kid. He's like, "Does he ever lose?" Like it's a shonen. Leave me alone. 1,269. So One Piece isn't even caught up yet. About 120 episodes out. But like, dude, I'm like 9 years old or something. I don't know. Leave me alone. And then I was like, oh, yeah, they lose sometimes just to like win again. But like, it's a kids show. Would you say like, does SpongeBob ever lose? No. Does that mean you like watching One Piece? Watches 2 hours compilations of Germa just to take a break and watch another one. I'm speaking about myself, but maybe it applies to Bear as well. He told me to watch One Piece. Yeah. You survived Fishman Island though, which means you're doing it of your own volition at this point. Like I feel like a person who doesn't enjoy One Piece wouldn't have sat through Fishman Island with their own volition. Just liked it. Just like what? Oh. Oh, for Kat. Yeah, no, no, no. I think because we talked about it on the streams a lot, she started watching. Oof, that's rough. Honestly, okay. I don't. I feel like I'm a hater in a lot of anime, and I think it's just because I have high expectations for some things that I shouldn't. Uh, but I digress. I think my biggest gripe with One Piece right now is, and I guess it's because it's a kids show they're doing this, but like they are the biggest, if not one of the biggest anime of all time, and they can't get like better animation in some points. Like there's parts of Egghead where I'm like, really? I forgot the stream number. Kavel's talking about One Piece. I asked, what's that? Well, don't worry. Use YouTube AI to go find content inside videos. It's not just that, the backstory, yeah, but like pacing. Pacing is probably the thing that makes me the most upset about One Piece. Because like, I don't even think it's a story pacing. Because we've proven that you can cut down One Piece at least in half with one pace, right? It's like they just hold scenes for way too long. Some of the music is like MIDI hell. Like I feel like FL Studio type beat just. They got like one of the MIDI pianos. Like this is, and I get, and my whole thing is like they probably have to meet like a ridiculous release schedule or something because it is a kid show. Which I'm not saying like it's only meant for kids or anything, or you're a weirdo. No, no, no. It's like kids also watch it. I mean, Oda. What did Oda say? It was like One Piece is for boys or something like that, which was just a really rough take. When I mean kids, I'm not talking about like toddlers. I'm talking about like probably 12, 13, that range. So maybe preteen would be in. I don't know. Because like there's blood, there's violence. These could all be terrible takes. No cooties in my anime show, no thanks. Kind of that. Yeah, it was like I think I'm not gonna say it because oh Bear, I didn't see your message until now. Shoot, what was that? Was that too, Frick? I'm trying to remember what that would have been auto modded for. At this point, just let Automod have it. I can't. It expired. Like I can't even accept it because I was so slow. Oh, here we go. Okay. Boom. Really douchey? Douchey's so silly sounding that like I wouldn't care. Wait, why is it not on me? You know what? I'll add it. It's like the Yo Mama era of slangs. Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that. I'm gonna do another sausage form, and we're gonna call it the itch to draw this week. And so last night was an especially rough night for me because not only was I doing homework the entire day, but it encroached I wanted to draw instead of streaming, right? Like instead of streaming at 7:30, I just wanted to draw. I was reading until 10 p.m. Like I wake up at 7 and then my school day is done at 10 p.m. barring like gym and eating. And that really upset me. That that is and like those days happen every once in a while, like maybe once or twice a week, and they just suck. And then like I finished reading at 10 and I was like, "Oh yeah, I want to watch like I Can't Fall Asleep." And I want to watch City, I want to watch YouTube, I want to like read my new book that I got. I want to draw. And I was like, "No, wait, I have to go to sleep in 30 minutes." That's why I always give up reading everything. Yep, same here. That is the exact reason. And I'd say like all students do that. Is because it's an unreasonable expectation. I'm now going to stop annotating a lot of my readings. Cuz like I don't have I have to read it. I can't even highlight. I just have information in and hope that it stays. The only thing that I do to try to help me remember stuff is I read out loud sometimes. When I start losing focus, I start reading out loud to really get me to focus up. Because I feel like then it's easier for me to catch stuff that doesn't make sense. I feel like there's an efficient way to attain everything. I don't know if your professor uses slides, but go off reading textbooks. And that's the thing. My professor's slides, he introduces them the day after the readings due. And it's like a abridged version of the slides. I just pounded the slides into my brain for 300 slides. Yeah, so my philosophy professor does no technology, so there's no slides. So we have to read. And then yeah, my political science professor does the abridged slides, which are helpful, but it's like a slide with 3 words on it, So you better be taking notes in lecture and you better be reading. My malware professor slides are kind of like self-evident. Like there's no point in doing that, but also I don't have a reading for that class. And then my UX design course, the textbook sucks. I hate it. That made me so mad just thinking about that textbook. I messed up my lips. The full slides. Ooh, that's like a chemistry class. My chemistry classes used to do stuff like that. But yeah, I think like by sophomore year of college, like second semester sophomore year, I stopped getting like good slides to read off of. And it was just all. In fact, one class, we didn't really have a textbook. Okay, have a good one. Bye-bye, get some good sleep. Like, we didn't have an official textbook in the sense that my professor stole slides from other universities. This is that terrible professor I've ranted about several times. Or I've had professors that teach things that aren't in the textbook and barely are in his slides. So I have to like write them down in class and go to like other materials or stuff like that or office hours to learn about it. Cool. Okay, kind of improved right there. So we're gonna call it that. We're done for the night. I'm kidding. I feel a bit more grateful about my tenure fossil professor. Was it just like all slides? It is highly correlated. The tenured professors and the ones that have caused me the most pain. But speaking of pain, we're gonna do 2 minutes of ad break. That's not pain for Bear, but that is pain for everybody else. Which I think is just probably Cat. Let's be honest. Oh yeah, Cal was in the YouTube chat a day ago being like, stream starts at 37 hours, what? Which I feel bad. So if Cal, you're here, welcome. But we're gonna do ad break. Be right back. Me when I forget to mute. we're back. No more ads. Yay! Hip hip hooray! I don't know why I'm like this. My bad habit of this week. Like I told you guys, every semester I have a bad media habit. Last semester was watching Vine compilations. This actually, I don't know. I just need to get items that match. Finding ones that match is pretty tough. I'm slowly piecing mine together, but like I sell everything some days and just restart. My bad media habit of this semester is watching TikTok compilations from like 2 years ago. Cause like I never engaged with TikTok at all in that like entire subculture. So I literally have years of media prepped, of unique media prepped. Because like Vines, I've literally seen an overwhelming majority of them before, which brings comfort in some ways, right? But it's like nostalgic. But yeah, post-apocalyptic thing or sick and twisted. I did the other day. Finch was selling like a metal wallpaper. Like it looked like you know the metal in SpongeBob, like the steel panels with like the button head screws or stuff like that. It had that vibe to it. There's also a lot of pirate themed stuff, which I'm actually kind of leaning towards. I was also kind of going for a at Outer Wilds theme for a bit, but I stopped doing that. Anyways, cylinder time, everybody. Dude, wait, before we get started, yeah, we'll head over here. I just want to shout out my roommate. He texts me now. He texts me, he's like, "Hey man, how was Cylinder 242?" Because like he's usually busy. He can't watch stream, which like I don't blame him at all, right? My roommate didn't watch my drawing stream tonight. Like no, but like he texts me and he's like, "Hey man, hope stream 242 went well, or Cylinder 242," and he like keeps count. So shout out to him. What a legend. Yeah. And I felt bad because like yesterday he was like, "I hope 242 went well." I was like, "Oh, I actually didn't stream today. I did it yesterday." And I felt bad correcting him. I was like, I probably like, I didn't mean it in a like you're not paying attention way. Just like a, oh yeah, just keep me updated. But yeah, once again, extremely kind dude. Shout out. And let's get started. He is not here right now, I don't think, so I can say nice things about him without feeling embarrassed. Because remember, if you compliment people in front of them, it's embarrassing and you should feel bad. I thought as I was saying that, I watched the automod queue fill up like someone said something mean. Next month I'm going to a Halloween vibe. And save up my gems. Did autocorrect gyms like capitalize because of the titular person, I guess, not character, that'd be mean. Gyms. I ran out of time this morning. I decided to just do the Wordle while waking up, which meant I lost a lot of time this morning. So I come back from the gym and like make my breakfast tacos and realize I have like 5 minutes to eat them before I need to leave to class, and I made myself sick. I actually scarfed those down to a point where I felt bad. Don't do that. I have the impulse control of a child. It autocorrected to gyms. And I'm mad because I usually pre-cut ingredients the night or morning before, the other morning, and I didn't cut any mushrooms, so I didn't have mushrooms with my I've been putting mushrooms in my breakfast tacos. Is that weird? I basically just make eggs and then like bacon, egg, and cheese taco, but with like egg medley, green onion, spinach. Okay, cool. Like I wouldn't call mine traditional tacos at all in the sense, but like, or like the ones I've grown up with, but yeah, I do chop it. I do. I dice them. Which takes, is there a faster way of dicing mushrooms, guys? I get sliced big baby bella mushrooms and then I like score it, like, you know, but still connected, and then like the same like way you do it with an onion, just like one layer at a time. It's super crazy and efficient. I've seen like the slap chop, those things where you can go like, and like it instantly obliterates your veggie that you're preparing. But other than that, ooh, we're gonna do a weird one. Sick and twisted. Weird, gross, and icky one. Pre-made cold coffee, Starbucks. Sucks ass. You gotta get the $20 chopper seen on TV contraption. Yeah, the slap chop. Who's the dude who sold the slap chop? I'm getting confused with like the people who did the cleaning products. I feel like is it like cold brew? Which there's like a ton of pre-made McDonald's, Starbucks, cold face. The moment they make an iced latte that's decaf and still tastes good, it's over for you guys. Vince offer cold brew. Well, do you like put anything in the cold brew? Like creamer? Is it weird to put like I've never had these pre-mades. But like I'd assume maybe it's just like straight cold brew and you gotta like put stuff in it. Then again, if it's like instant, then that would kind of defeat the purpose, so maybe not. Cold brew frappuccino. Huh. I've been working through. I made a pitcher of green tea. Next time I may just buy lemons, but like a lemon and a tiny bit of sugar in that. So I drink black tea in the morning, green tea in the afternoon. And I'm feeling kind of crazy, a herbal tea at night. I don't actually do that. I'm not cool enough. Also, I don't like herbal tea. That's curving a lot more than I want it to be curving. This is a really weird box. Much a difficulty in constructing this, but you paid $4.50. So what is it? Is it just like a pre-made thing that you like pour water into? I paid like $5 for my package of like at least 50 tea bags for green tea. And for 4 tea bags, I can get about 5.5 cups of cold brew tea out of. Just saying. No, it's pre-made cold. Yeah, but like, what does that mean? What do you mean by pre-made? Iced coffee without the ice. So you just went to Starbucks? I don't know why I keep saying McDonald's. You went to Starbucks and were like, can I have an iced coffee, but don't put ice in it? Like, is that... Because you can like cold brew coffee. Like, I don't understand what's pre-made here. Pre-made, the ice was in powder form. It took me a second to like piece that together. Yeah, did they just give you water and tell you like, hey, make ice out of it yourself? Bodega store drink. I don't even know what you're. I'm googling this. Bodega store drink. I thought that was like the name of it. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, one of those. Yeah, the bottled ones. A bottled Starbucks beverage. You're gonna tell at Kavel. She's gonna tell me, guys. I used to spam those before I knew I had like a caffeine issue. And I would wonder why I would have panic attacks during my 8 a.m. math quizzes. I would slam those at like 7:30 a.m. While sitting in the hallway waiting for my my calculus 1 exam or quizzes. And it's no wonder I had like really bad anxiety and focus issues during those. True. But then you have a good teacher or professor one day and they show you how fun it could be. You're like, heck yeah, this is fun. And then you learn what discrete math is, and then you stop. Yep. I have a feeling we're going to have some weird distortion with this one. Just a feeling. Just a teensy weensy little feeling. I wish all teachers that told students that they are dumb to be smitten. I had a math teacher in 7th grade. Story time. Math is fun when it's in a small group. Heck yeah. Because then you can pick other people's brains. And they're like, oh. So that the professor was actually attentive. But story time. In 7th grade, I got a concussion. Or no, 8th grade, sorry. Got a concussion, and it was like a feeder school to like the big high school, right? And so the math teacher, who was very rude to me all semester, was like, hey, everybody, do this thing to apply for like the honors math program at the high school. And so we all take it. I have a concussion and I don't do that well. And he's like, well, I never really expected you to get in there. You're not going to do much with math. Along those lines. Not verbatim, but that's it. He told an 8th grader that, who had a concussion. The following year, when I became a freshman in high school, I walked up to the honors math teacher and just said, hey, can I join the honors program? And then I did. And now I have like a degree that somewhat surrounds itself around math. I wouldn't say like, I'm practically good at it, but definitely did a lot better than what my 8th grade math teacher said I wouldn't be able to do with. So that dude, my little sister took his class in middle school. And he straight up went to her and was like, yeah, your older brother Kavel, he started failing around this point too. Are you implying that my like failure with math in middle school was genetic? That my little sister was predisposed to sucking at math as well? Guess what? She's in data science. I would argue like some really gross math compared to like software. Yeah, Kat? Like, I'm not going to sit here and claim, like, and then I became the valedictorian of math or whatever, no. But, like, all it took was a good teacher for me to, like, start really enjoying and getting better at math. Not that I was particularly great at it at any point. Same thing with English. In fact, I had like really, really didn't like English personally. I liked math, wasn't good at it. I never liked English until high school. The texture gods. What are you trying to do for texture? I'm forcing myself to be better with them because of... Guys, okay, wait. In a little bit, I'm gonna show you some Hataya's art that I haven't seen before on their Instagram because I don't have Instagram. Oh my god, it's so good. I've been slowly making my inspiration board for artists that I really like, and Hataya, I think Hataya is number one. Maybe, like stylistically and like content-wise, Hataya and Kurumi Stormpen. But like fundamentals-wise, like Peter Han. I'm revisiting Drawbox Lesson 2 next week. Wow, you're doing a lot of art education stuff. how consistent would I say my art parents are? I have not correctly chosen them yet. In my inspiration board, I've just been pulling together things that I like first. And I've been actually meaning to re-listen to the podcast about art parents this weekend while I go to groceries, so I can like remember how to pick them correctly, because they kind of like talk about, because I think I listened to that podcast like a year ago at this point. Here, let's get up the definition, because I could say what I think art parents are, but it's probably wrong. Or Bear can type it, and she's probably right. I'm looking at Reddit right now, and everybody's saying, what the hell? What the hell are you talking about?" I did that too, but I got analysis paralysis thinking of just finding inspirations rated bear cute stuff. Yeah, like Proco and Marshall are definitely 100% true in what they're saying. It's just that's a big undertaking for me on my own, without like external critique as to who my art parents should be and why I'm choosing things. So I am also just kind of sprinkling some of my naive, I like this, in there. And I mean, just collecting and engaging with art beforehand, I think is important. Because, like, what if there's someone who could be your perfect art parent and you just haven't explored them yet? So I think I'm in, not to say that that's an official stage of picking your art parents, but for me, I need to explore a lot more before I can definitively say this person and this person and this person are my art parents. I couldn't find a definition, Kat, but generally art parents are whom you wish to derive your stylistic, design methodologies, and oh, here we go. Wait, there's a website called Artist Parents. Oh wait, this is like not related to that. Yeah, a lot of these are like related to like child psychology. Oops. And there's an external way. I said a lot of words there. What are you referring to externally? Yeah. But yeah, I'd say like generally art parents. I know it's not just stylistic inspirations, um, but that is a big part of it to me. At least is like I'm picking people of whom I want to use as inspiration, as um, kind of like a coursework path into the things I'd like to see in my art. Like I guess a correct way to choose art parents. I was just thinking like the outline that Marshall Vandruff and Proco discussed, because didn't Marshall have a course in picking, or like part of his course was picking your art parents, or one of them? Because like they made it seem like there was a more school like traditional approach of, yeah. I could be completely misremembering, but that's how I remember it. Because like we all pull inspiration from somewhere, and so we're gonna have an art parent or two of like, oh yeah, this person really inspired me. So like stylistically for me right now, top three is probably Hataya, Kurumi Storpin, and probably Terran Fiddler. Um, but then I'd also put Terran Fiddler more in like what I'd love to achieve, like gesture and anatomy. But also painting. More so painting, because like the fidelity of Terran Fiddler stuff is undeniably like realistic, and so I feel like I could say like, Russian fundamentalists, like anyone from over there, in terms of anatomy and gesture and stuff, and that also like maybe overlap. I don't know. I don't know enough to make that kind of claim. All I know is I love looking at Terran Fiddler's art, so I have to leave. Okay, babysit Kavel. Oh God. This is going to be a weird cylinder. Wait, what? Alrighty, bye, Cat. Have a good one. Thank you for joining us tonight. Watch it be Terran Fiddler or something, and I'm just like an idiot. I've been wanting to make I use an extension on Firefox that allows me to look at Instagram without an account. Very helpful. But like it sucks for browsing and stuff. I'm not even sure if you can browse with it, Instagram. It's just for like looking at individual pages. So I've been thinking about making an actual Instagram. I know this part of my hot girl summer list. Holy crap, Lewis. I want that. Here, I can get the name of it. It's a Firefox extension, but I bet there's an alternative for Chrome if you guys use Chrome. But the one I use, I can't testify if it's safe or not. So remember, you're getting advice from a random person on the internet, or a suggestion, not necessarily advice. It's called Insta-Viewer. I put that Jonathan in the server. That's the mute button. There's most likely a Chrome variant. Okay, everybody, let's think about this logically. We have a very close VP right here to the point where it's on the page, which means our focal point is much smaller, which means the more we foreshorten down here, the higher chance it's going to be distorted. In fact, the VP here is so close that it may already be distorted no matter what. But also InstaViewer, it allows you to view like the high quality version of the image too. You can't see it from the gallery view, high quality. You have to like go to the image and click download image, and it'll let you get the high quality one. And that's what I use for my my PureRef inspiration boards. There's probably one for Twitter as well, but I don't use Twitter or want to engage with it. Because like if I want to see people's art, I usually just go to their Instagram. Because also like Instagram is better formatted for artists in the sense that you have a gallery view, right? But I've also seen Twitter's Twitter be used for art a lot. That's why I didn't go to like in selecting my social media of choice for the channel. I didn't use Blue Sky as much as I wanted to because it seems cool. A lot of artists on there, but like I want that gallery view. Not sure if like Instagram. I don't know why I'm holding this so weird. Instagram patented it or something. Yay, what's up, Cal? Yeah, I saw your messages earlier. We had a day off in between. Had a meeting to go to. In fact, next week I think we're gonna probably end up with 2 days off, maybe. Because I'm gonna take Wednesday off because I have an exam on Thursday, and then I'm gonna take Thursday off because I may have another meeting, but we'll see. We shall see. Okay, final guess right there. Don't know if we're shorting this much. So we're gonna go probably like this. I think it's already gonna be distorted, but oh, today I think I unlocked a new pet peeve. This is weirdly the second time I've been in my political science class, and there's been a person that just different people, but really like I don't want to sit next to you. Today this guy kept drinking water. That's okay, good. But then like would hold it in his mouth and start swishing it around for like 30 seconds before swallowing it. And do that once, sure, you have something in your teeth. Do that more than once, you are annoying me. I don't want to sit next to you. Have whatever take you want, but like trying to focus on this very, very high velocity lecture. If you're in public, I probably wouldn't care. But like you are point blank to me and I'm trying to listen to this lecture, sir. Swish washing water in my ear. Maybe I should start doing ASMR streams. Yeah. I thought at first I was like, I'm just being like sensitive / like, this doesn't actually affect me. I feel like it did. It was like psychic damage. Speaking of, this AC is like making me not happy, so I'm going to turn it down and get a sip of water. I'm actually going to do a full BRB for this. Can't go wrong with a nice sip of water, especially, in these warmer summer months. Has the timer not been on screen this entire time? No, it was. I think I just hit it at some point because I'm silly. Cool, let's do these lines. I'm so excited to be almost done with this challenge. I don't think I'll ever do another 250 challenge again unless it's like a very, very special circumstance. Or maybe like not back to back. Like 250 gestures, I feel like could probably be beneficial, but like, Because like, let's say you do 30-minute gestures and you do 10 of those. That's a lot. Just for what? Or sorry, 30-minute gestures. Sorry, 30-second gestures. And you do 10 of those. That's only 5 minutes out of like however long you'd like to spread that out. Now, are they high quality? They could be high quality 30-minute gestures. 250 jesters. I will be stealing that joke, Bear. And anytime I do gestures, I will be. Now I'm saying it like that. Gestures. Sometimes I feel like because I bow my lines a little bit just on accident, my boxes are a little bit like bubbly. And I appreciate those boxes. They have a little bit of character to them. Ooh. I think we need to bring like choirs back into music. This song has a very subtle like humming. Not that it isn't like in music at all. It's just like, come on. Like freaking don't addendum to this creator, but Ultralight Beam by Kanye West. Crazy. I want to play Ori, but I also don't want to pay Ori. That was a good one. No, I thought it was like an intentional. I was like, that's a good joke. Is it like a bit of a drudgery to play? Is it a difficult game? All I know is it is I think because of either Video Game Donkey or Noodle, they remarked that it's like an extremely beautiful game. Like they captured the sense of flow perfectly. No, I just don't want to buy games and play it for an hour and then drop it. Real. I think that is a wise monetary and time-oriented decision. So instead of playing video games and buying them, I'm just going to buy new art supplies and use them once. That wasn't a dig at you, that was a dig at me. I feel like once I go digital, which could be... Actually, no, I'm using the blue pencil. Blue pencil is now permanently a part of that thing I love. I will never depart from blue pencil. You guys don't see it, but even in the pictures, like the little doodles I do for funsies, I'd say half of them were blue penciled. Like one of my favorite gravel drawings. What the frick? Oh. Bit's over. I'm not pulling out that. I just don't want to do all the effort of getting that sketchbook. One of my favorite drawings, you can't tell, but blue pencil, and it looks like a doodle. You're gonna have to trust me. I'd say the most recent thing that I bought and didn't use would probably be the $40 drawing tablet. Canon, I want gravel to be like 3 or 4 feet. Maybe 5, but I feel like that's too I feel like 4 is just enough for it to be like, holy crap. Like normal proportions, normal like 7 head proportions, 7 to 8 head, but like just 4 feet. I'll make him stubbier for those situations where I have to like make him short, so it makes sense visually. And I think, isn't the method for like making a character like a child, their skull is bigger, right? Like in proportion. You look taller in the picture. This thing, I'm not like abnormally short, but I am definitely short in real life. Like someone called me, what did they call me? Pocket sized? It was my roommate. My roommate said that. My roommate said I'm pocket sized. And like grackles are also actually they're bigger, I'd say, for like let's say you like averaged all common birds, because you have like sparrows and finches and cardinals, which are like, I'd say comparatively smaller than grackles. Crows are bigger than grackles, but grackles are definitely bigger than like most of the time. Most of the tinier birds, yeah, okay. That's a helpful qualifier. I think that's good. Yeah, Gravel doesn't have much going for them. He's 4 foot and can't fly like other grackles, dude. What is he even doing? I saw a grackle the other day. It had a singular white tail feather. Wonder how that happens. Like completely white. It wasn't like stained or anything. It was just albino tail feather. A lot of grackles lose their tail feathers in the summer, warmer months. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure if they do it themselves or it's just like an effect of the heat. But that means walking around campus, there are literally just hundreds of big old grackle feathers sticking out of the grass in certain places where they like to hang out. If I was any weirder of a person I am now, I'd take one. I think my line work has improved because I've stopped caring like a lot. Like I'm still ghosting a lot and all that, but like I'd say after cylinder like 220-ish, I'm like, ugh. Just draw them. That's a big flex. Hopefully not in like I don't want to be like egoing people and be like, I'm just so good at lines now, I just don't care. it's not a willful care. It's a I'm tired of drawing freaking cylinders care. I can't invest anymore. Like I feel like when I cared about them more, my best line would be a lot better, but my average line would be worse. But now my best line would probably be a bit worse, but better on average. I'm at the end of the spectrum because animating with clean lines don't exist. I'm at the end of the spectrum. I don't know why I said oh. My reading comprehension is so bad. I apologize. I mean, doesn't matter, right? It's your thing. Like, is there a reason why animating with clean lines is a or like clean or not clean is a bad thing? I feel like you've unlocked a part of you where like it's about getting that idea on the page in a way that works and that you find those lines relatively quickly. I hope. I don't know about the time frame in this, but like allowing yourself that that not constraint. What's the opposite of it? Just like the freedom to make those kind of lines is much better. It's not. It's just a hassle. Gotcha. Yeah, because like I'm only doing clean lines here because that's helps the assignment, I guess. You could probably do this with less clean lines. Nothing. It wouldn't be the end of the world. Like we've all seen in my more personal work. If you give me a ballpoint, there will not be a clean line. If you give me my fountain pen, sure. Brush pen, no. I found my lines. Heck yeah. I would like to be a bit more loose with mine, but I have confidence that it's just me doing that more will be okay. Like I'll be chill. I think the only time so far in art where I felt pressured and hassled to like improve in some way was during the end of lesson 5. Which is weird because like the times I've seen the most improvement was before that. It just felt like I saw everyone kind of like passing me in lessons and content and stuff, and I felt really gross about it. But like I realized it does not matter at all. Ballpoint does that droplet ink thing when you press the pen down. Yes, and so I have pages of sketchbook that are just entirely me cleaning off. I've even drawn over existing drawings just to have more space to trying to find like a good example. Yeah, like this one where I had like a lot of experiments just completely griefed. There's like smaller ones that aren't registering on the camera of just the little like phlegm. I don't know what to call it. The dribble. Which is annoying, but I don't care. Thank God I checked this again. Oh, frick, I messed that up. Whatever. I think the favorite brush I've seen in digital work, I sent that picture of the thumbnail from that one YouTube video about Rio. It's this like kind of smeary textured brush. It kind of gives a pastel kind of vibe. I think oil painting a bit. I love it. A YouTuber that I really like, I haven't seen them post in a bit because I may be blind. Frick. They're really good at drawing Legend of Zelda stuff. I can't remember their name. They use that one a lot, and I like that. Oh, it's something cat. I can like remember the first video I saw from them, which was like a story time with their little cat character. Cool. This ended up being a lot more square than I thought it would, so long as we don't absolutely nuke these lines. You hear that? If I mess up even one of these, I'm throwing the entire paper away. I'm redoing the entire 250 box cylinder challenge. You know, I'm redoing all of Drawbox and deleting the channel if I mess up this line right here. Okay, we're good. Calamity over. Do you ever do that in real life? I don't know if it's healthy or not, but I'll be like, what's one I did today? I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, if I didn't, so I read one of my textbooks online, and I was like, if I don't scroll to where the top of the section header is exactly with the top of the screen, I explode or like I die or something. And so like every time I scroll to a new section, I would have to get the section header to the very top of the screen, or else I would explode. I do that a lot, like a lot more than I'd like to admit. Oh, I my alarm in the morning has me do math to like stop the alarm, or like it stops while I'm doing the alarm, so it's not going off while I'm doing the math. But I was like, if I get this, I was like sleepy. I was like, if I get this question wrong, I'm going to explode. Or like that's it. I replace it with other things, but that's basically it. And I got it wrong, and I felt really bad because I usually don't get those things wrong, or like not the math, but like the little bets I make with myself. Do you actually explode? It has happened once, but like, that's fine. Wait, if you get the math problem, does it lock your phone? No, it just makes me redo it. But like if you don't, so it gives you 3 math problems. Each one, I set it on like medium mode, so it's 3 2-digit numbers, or sometimes a 3-digit number. So you have to add 3 3-digit numbers 3 times, or 3 2-digit numbers 3 times, whatever. And so it'll be like 48 plus 62 plus 120, and you have to do that, and then it goes to another one. You do it again. You do that 3 times, right? And if you get any of them wrong, you just have to redo that stage. But if you stop typing, it'll start blaring your alarm again, and you will have to stop over. So if I'm too tired or like trying to think of the answer, I'll just keep hitting the equal button. So like my alarm doesn't go off, and it gives me more time. And like sometimes I've literally like been pressing the equals button and then like falling back asleep. Don't do that. And I've used the same alarm sound for the past I've used this app since like 2017 or something. I've used it for at least 8 years. Um yeah, 2017 was 8 years ago. Um but I've used the same alarm sound, and so I wake up instantly when I hear that sound, or when I hear things that sound similar to the ringtone. It's a custom one with the app. I like freak out, like more so within the Apple one, because like it's just so. I've used it for years. Like the Apple alarm, I also freak out to. We all freak out to that one. Maybe Samsung people with that one, but I literally hum the melody sometimes when I'm like waking up. Dun 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 dun. I'm very normal. I don't know why. And me saying that, I remember that stupid meme. It's the "We've come for your nectar." That one. I love that video so much. So normal. I'm gonna watch that after stream. That's a good video. Sorry. That was a bad noise. I hope my mic didn't pick that up. That was actually impulsive. It's rare. Like most of the time I make stupid noises. It's not impulsive. I'm doing like a bit, but that was a real one. That's probably the hardest line for me in all these because it's the longest line and it has to go through 2 points and then pass them. So it has to technically like meet through 4 points. Ooh. I'm not like a freaking printer, bro. Leave me alone. I'm surprised for those who don't know, YouTube is adding an experimental feature where you can ask a LLM about the contents of a video and it'll give you timestamps. I'm surprised they didn't do this sooner. Like this is a very AI hype train tool that I feel like wasn't given much thought. Because what are the practical uses of this? Like other than helping you get skimmed through maybe a longer video, I'd never want a video summarized for me ever. Because like then I'll just go read an article, right? Or what is it? Oh, it's a YouTuber I really like. He made a new video essay. Not Jacob Geller. He does more like video game, totally video. Jacob Geller does video games as well. Whatever. He made one on like digital horror. And like I watched that because he spent time editing it, so it's visually appealing. The story is there, so it's like, each talking point of the video essay follows a logical structure that's compelling. He's telling a story as he reveals these video games and concepts. Same thing with Jacob Geller. If you guys can't tell, I think my favorite video essay / like one of my favorite creators on YouTube is Jacob Geller. Oh, why did I whisper that? That was weird. I'm sorry. My like voice cut out and I started whispering. Speaking of, actually, okay, I associate oh my god, what's the name of this game? Disco Elysium with Jacob Geller because I think he had a video referencing it, but I don't really have like a good reason for that. I think. Whoever discovered that minus like the tiny text, the tiny header, maybe like subscript. It's not a subscript, but whatever it is. Thank you, because that's like the best thing on Discord ever. I feel like real life should have that. Exactly. Like, not that real life, like you can whisper in real life, but I'm like, I feel like that tiny text is used to give more context or for funny. I can't like whisper to give someone more context. That is how you make people run away from you very fast. And I don't want that to happen most of the time. I don't know why. This stream felt longer. Not in a bad way. I just feel like I've been streaming for like 2 hours or something. 1 hour 30. So it's a little bit, like the tiniest bit longer than the shorter streams. So it's average. In fact, that's what an average is. Most of the time. I feel like if there's a person running at me in the night, if I could start whispering, just like casting curses at them. We should bring curses back. But like not witch trials, but like just... Actually, no, I don't want to bring curses back. I stream and I don't get a lot of viewers, but I feel like at least one of you guys is gonna like do something. Like you're gonna curse me so my like voice is really high next stream. That'd make me more mad than I think like the other possible curses. Like a high pitch, like a not just like a higher pitch voice, but like helium. I'd be very, very upset. I'm just giving fodder to people at this point. I'm gonna be so mad okay. I will actually like if curse is brought back, I would pay one of you guys to like decurse me. I know this is a Germa bit kinda, but like I would pay someone to decurse me before every stream. Or just every morning. Shoot. We're just doing world building at this point. I feel like this is a very Dora Hedoro thing where like every morning, you brush your teeth, you wash your hair or face or whatever, I don't know. I don't know why I said wash your hair. I meant to say do your hair. And like you decurse yourself real quick. Oh wait, that's what prayer. Don't people like pray? But I don't know. I don't know how any of that works. So maybe people pray in the morning. This is a weird freaking ellipse. I don't think. Yeah, I think the top is distorted because like here's the major axis. No ellipse can fit in here that contacts this, or unless that's the very tippity toppity. But no, because like if I drew through here, what? I'm so confused. You're right. We're bringing out a secret technique. That's right. You heard that. What the hell's going on here? Because like we have. I'm saying. The minor axis is like this, right? Let's mark the corners to help us adjust this. And so, like, how am I supposed to contact all of these points with an ellipse that behaves as such? Like, is that even doable? No, see, because that leaves the ellipse, or that leaves the plane. Eh. Or does it? Oh, wait, no. It does. Because I didn't try contacting that one. Then how the frick? I'm being deceived. Something suspicious is happening here. I'm putting tape down because it's annoying me at this point. I feel like the top plane is distorted. And that is why we're experiencing such silly things. But I have and probably am wrong in many a way. Have been. Should be a little bit better now. As I was saying. Oh, that's so much better. Yep, I spilled out. Oh no. Oh no. this sucks. Even my upstairs neighbor thought the same. They just like slammed something hard on the ground. Well, you win some, you lose some. Crap. Whatever. I promise I don't talk like this in real life. I swear, because I'm like cool and stuff. That was okay. It's not horrible, but it's pretty bad. Especially bad for cylinder 243. But like I said, we're at the point where I don't care. Okay, well, just, review. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, like leave me alone. Yeah, we're distorted. Maybe I don't know how the top plane of a cylinder could be distorted. But it frickin' is. I don't know why. But that's for us to get critiqued about. And sometimes that's okay, because I have a headache and I don't really care. So yeah, we'll get critiqued on this in some way or fashion. And hopefully some grand revelation will be made about cylinders. So with that being said, everybody, thank you very much for joining me tonight. Thank you very much, Bear, Cal, Cat, Jims. I think that was everybody. Anybody watching who was quiet, not that that's a bad thing. Do your thing. There's no need to chat. And anybody watching in the future. So once again, thank you all. We will be streaming tomorrow. Tomorrow's 50% Friday. Get hyped. Not sure if we're spinning the wheel yet. We may give another crack at the Yi drawing. I kind of want to completely redo it. That's my main friction with that piece. Or just kind of mess around like last stream, which was kind of fun. Our last 50% Friday. But once again, thank you all, and I cannot wait to see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.